Hello everybody and welcome to my videos. My name is Harry and I have been in the shadows for quite some time, but I am back and I have created an FPS game and I would like you guys along with other developers to help me with it. Let's do this. So a quick explanation is that I'm creating an FPS and I want you guys to follow my journey. So I'll be going through this entire video. I'll be building maps, making movement mechanics, making, everything you need. I also want you guys to get involved, so we'll be doing votes. And you guys can create some content for this if you want to. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it and let me show you how this system works. As you can see, we have an FPS system now. This is looking really quite nice. So we have an AR here, which is the M16A1. As you see, we have things like wallbang mechanics here where we have this. We don't have anything like aim down sights or anything because, I don't know, we wanted it to be more like CSGO and Valorant. So we also have another weapon, which is the pistol. Here you see we can change weapons. This works on mobile and Xbox. I mean, the animations are a bit clunky, I can say, because well, they're made by me and I'm obviously not an animator. And then finally we have our SMG here, which looks like you have aim down sights, but sadly we don't have that yet. But yeah, right now it's looking pretty standard. So yeah, let's start off by making some maps. Okay, so to start with, guys, I'm going to be making a map. So in the middle here, I want this to be the size of our map. Now, my idea is to make, in an FPS map, you want to give people an endless ride. We don't want at any point for people to find a dead end. So my idea is to make sort of a loop around the edge. And yeah, so let me just flatten this area and I'll be right back. Okay, then I can say this as well, guys. Start from the outside and work your way in. Let me just get rid of this and yeah, let's get started. Let's do this. The best way to make an FPS map right now is to make something called a map layout, which means pretty much you make it all out of the default parts, and then with that default part you then can texture and stylize it and stuff like that. We're also going to plunk a little rig in here just so we can see to scale what it's going to feel like. Okay, it's looking good. We then just scale this up. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm making it out of the standard sort of part here, because what we want to do is we want to be able to know what it feels like and kind of like walk around, rather than having to start by doing in-depth texturing. What this allows is it allows people to get a solid view of what their FPS map's going to look like. You can make alterations before and after everything. So let me just do this. Yeah, also I'm using something called F3X building tools, which is probably the best option for anyone wanting to build anything really, because they're simply the best. Okay, you can use my favorite part about it is definitely the idea of using keybinds to change between things. I find that extremely useful. I don't know, I just find it really nice, really easy to use, rather than having to constantly, click between the little awkward things up here. So yeah, let me just start by continuing with the outskirts of the map. Okay guys, another thing you should add to your FPS maps is something what I'm doing here, which is like cover. So here I've actually well, not really cover, mainly interiors, because what that will do is allow users to kind of go close range and sneak up on their enemies. I'm not sure, we can have a little turret area. I'm going to use something called a truss to expand that. Okay, so with the truss, what we're going to do, let me just make this because that's out of line. Let me just hit this on the Z axis and then just bring it across like that. We can go into model and we can add something called a truss. A truss is pretty much what is used to, no, we can't go model, sorry, we go to workspace, add, and we add something called a truss part. Because a truss, what it is it's simply an object which is used to climb up anything. So I want to make it so you can climb up this in this little corner here, so it's not right up in the open, because we do not want that either. So yeah, let me just expand this using the X button. Sorry, I keep on calling it the axis, I'm sorry, I'm so used to that. Alright, bring that like this. Now obviously we can invisibilize, make this change its looks, but right now I kind of think it'll suit the standard little part area. Okay, as I don't want to keep you waiting, I'm going to do and show you how to texture these buildings before we then go in and actually add some things such as movement. So what we're going to do to texture these buildings from here, I'm going to do this one here because this looks, no, I want to do this one here, it looks interesting. So what I want to do here is I want to go like this and change the material. I'm going to make it concrete, and I'll make this one concrete as well, because we want it to keep that sort of theme. What we also want to do is, as you can see, it looks really plain. It doesn't look like it's honestly got anything, this truss here. I actually do like the kind of truss effect. I think it does look really sort of, I don't know, it looks like a fun battleground to fight on. So I'm not going to change that. What I am going to do though is I am going to add something to this sort of bland wall, because we don't want a repeating texture all the time. So what I'm going to go is into the toolbox, go to these models, change this to images, and then you can actually go ahead and search for a texture. Well, not especially a texture. I'm going to search up the word grime, because what that will do is we can get some cool effect. Alright, so this is the kind of thing I'm looking for. If we then just click on this, it will add it in as a image. We can click on this part here and we'll copy it and then paste it into this part. Now this will it looks like it popped up on this face at the back, so you may think it looks a bit weird. Well, it doesn't actually. If we put this to the back face at the front, what we can then do is we can go ahead and change the transparency and increase it quite a bit, and as you can see, that looks a lot better. That really looks like it's a genuinely damaged and war-torn wall, like that. Okay, see how much more realistic and advanced these walls look. Actually, what I'm going to do for this side face here is I'm actually going to delete this, and I'm going to add this effect in because I think it looks cool. If I get this and put it into the part and I make it the left face, okay, yeah, that's going to look cool. If I just increase the transparency quite a bit, look at that, that looks really, really nice. Okay, now let's go ahead and add some sort of decorations for the top here. So the best thing to do is to kind of add some parts like this, and what we're going to do, put it in the corner, and we add some kind of, I don't know, chimney pipe, something where players can take cover for, so something like this. Okay, I think probably diamond plates probably the best option. So yeah, like up here we can have sort of one of these, and then we can duplicate this and decrease its size, drag it across just like that. Yeah, like that. We just want sort of something like that to add a little bit more looks into this. We can also then change this truss into something, I think sand. Yeah, that looks cool for the truss. Maybe make it a bright color so people can actually see that it's there, because I want that to be a key point factor. Okay, yeah, that's looking really cool. And then up here we're going to add an area so the player will be able to wall bang through. So if we line this up, I'm actually going to duplicate this one more time, bring it to the corner, and then double its size a little bit, and then bring that down just to add. As I say, it's all about the sort of small little things that really make such a big difference to this. Okay, like that, and then just bring that down to there. Very cool. But yeah, this here should be their thickness. Size, I think that's more than thick, so we need to make it 0.5. And then here again 0.5, because that's the penetration distance of the bullets right now. And then here we'll make this sand, I think. No, definitely not. We'll make that concrete like the other. And there we go. That is how we texture a building. Now this is obviously a very basic idea. Let me just duplicate this and bring it across just like that, and then do the same for this side and bring it across just like that. Alright, that looks really cool. Okay, so for the movement of our game, we are going to be using something called IKPF, okay, which is Inverse Schematic Procedural Foot Planting, which pretty much means, well, it's used in Phantom Forces. It means that instead of using an actual physical animation for the legs to move, instead it's mathematically calculated. So for example, instead of it, you know, going to the animation editor and making so you run, instead it animates and mathematically makes it so you can, you know, walk sideways, walk upstairs, like an example here. Everything is really well calculated and it looks amazing in FPSs, especially for movement ideas. So yeah, we'll be using this today. And yeah, I also believe that this movement system is using this game here called No Scope Arcade. I know it's using the other game, No Scope Sniping. Can I get this? Alright, my aim is on point today. Slide in here. Yeah, as you can see, this is used in this little game here, which is called No Scope Arcade, which is a really, really fun game. I think it's sort of No Scope Sniping 2. If you've ever played the original game, it's pretty fun. Can I hit this guy? Oh god, guess not. Oh, can I melee? Can I melee? Can I melee? Can I melee? Alright, let's go. I won the game. But yeah, it's using this game mode, which, you know, looks really cool. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the library here and press get. And when we got this, we can now go back into our toolbox and grab it. Alright, I've got the script now. I believe this goes, yeah, starter player scripts. If we get this and we'll put it into our starter player scripts here. and yeah, let's check it out. Okay everybody, as you can see, it does look a bit weird. I mean, yeah, it looks a bit funny, but when we're in game, of course, it's going to look brilliant when everyone's running around. So yeah, look, a quick diagram by the way guys of how much damage these things do. Pistol here does 40 to the body, and it does 60 something to the head. The UMP here, it does pretty load of damage, but yeah, 18, but it has I think it's got a 2 times headshot multiplier. Can't really see because right now we're not really that much, but still, yeah, there's a load of headshot multipliers on these things. But yeah, this is 40 to the body, 60 something to the head. M16A4 obviously does more damage as an assault rifle. But yeah, all these weapons are pretty well balanced. We've tested them in PvP and they work really well. So yeah, there's movement sorted. Let's try something else. Okay, so if you are wondering how we do the hurt GUI here, as you can see, it's a billboard GUI with a little text file in here. This has all our, you know, information of what the text looks like. I'm actually interested in making the actual text transparent. Look here, so as you see, this is what it looks like. The font, I'm actually trying to attempt to change the color to a kind of lighter red, I guess you could call it a lighter red, sort of. Nah, I'm joking. I'm wrong. Let's just make it the nice bright red it was before. There we go. See, that's what the text looks like. So yeah, we can kind of edit that. But yeah, I'll actually put this in my Discord server in the resources panel if you guys want to use it. Okay, so here is the spawn function. So what this does is it makes sure that the text's transparency equals to I, which is either 1 or 0, depending on the spawn. And then here, this is just defining some variables, and then it's working out the stud offset of the player, you as a player, compared to where the actual physical place is. And what this is all saying is when it's done, it destroys it. So this is the script. This is then put inside another script, which is the inside of starter GUI. And inside here, what this does is just make sure when it hits everything, what it does is it just changes the text. Okay, so here math.floor change by 0.5. If it dies, it disconnects it, and it searches for all the children to make sure it's all available. And that is pretty much a damage indicator. It's quite simple. Coming next on our devlog will be either 2 things. Number 1 will be the mini map, or number 2 will be finishing off this map. It is up to you guys to tell me which one of those things you would like to see. So please tell me ASAP. I'll be launching a little vote in my Discord server, so please make sure you go and see that, because that is where we're doing it on. So yeah, here's a quick little gameplay of me with the zombies. As you see, humanoid penetration works pretty nicely. You can kind of, you know, got this guy here. You got the my favorite here, like that. I'm gonna do the M16A1. Sorry, I was gonna say A4 then for factor forces. But yeah, that's that really. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next devlog.